Okay, let's talk about how to keep the same size of the UV island across different UV tiles or different materials. Okay, so this is the hard task, and you need to tweak the parameters and uh, play with the UV pack and this stuff. And for this, I need to explain you something before starting. You need to know how to unwrap and how to manage your UV island and these kind of fundamental things about the UV. And this is your side, okay? The tool is not matter. I mean, it's not mandatory to use Reason Lab. You can use any tool that you want. I'm here just to explain you the concept, the core concept of this matter, okay? So, let's go. For this part, okay, I'm going to select the material here with this window from this icon, okay. So, in here, I select the whole body, okay, and the UV islands, they are like this. It's okay. They are so small. They could be some problematic in Substance Painter when you're creating masks or textures, okay, but it's okay, you can use it. But the ideal situation is to keep your UV island big and avoid this kind of small UV island, okay. So for this matter, we have two different method or two different theory here. Okay, the first one is create separate UV tile with detaching or giving different material for a different part of the model. Okay, so we do that in the leg and fan, we do that in a screw and fans. So we use this technique, okay. But for the body, I want to use UDIMs because when we are texturing in Substance Painter, when we work on the body, we need to keep all the data in the same texture set. Okay, so we are going to use UDIMs and how we can create UDIMs in Reason Lab. In the UDIM tab, we can increase the UV type. So, okay, it's okay. Let's click on pack, okay, and it's going to pack all the UV islands in different UV sets, okay. So let's see what is the scale of this UV island. It's very important to know when you use this pack icon here, okay, or especially when you use pack in every UV editor in any software. When you click on pack, the default option is to keep the size at the same level, the same size in each UV tile. Okay, so it's not going to be happen like this. Okay, I'm going to click pack, and every UV island in every UV tile, they are going to have the same size. Okay, so what is the UV size here? It's 8.2. This is the textile density amount or number. Okay, and what about the second tile? Okay, it's totally different. And what about the third one, like this? Okay, it's totally different. And what about the other UV island in the same tile? It's okay. They have the same size. Okay, so how we can manage this, for example, these UV islands here, different UV tile, but we need the same UV size because, okay, the difference is very small. I agree with that. But when you are working on a hero game asset, it's very important to have the same textile density on the model, especially on the part that we are going to see a lot. Okay, so this is the body part. It's a main part that we are going to see. So it's very important to keep the same size of the UV island or same textile density. Okay, so how we can do that? Okay, for the first action, I'm going to hide this section as we discussed before. We don't need to give much space for this part because it's going to have black and solid color. It's not a big deal. And for these elements here, we can hide them because they are too big and too long for being in the packing process. Okay, so let's go and select all the elements here. Okay, like this. And I'm going to use this option here. It's like select elements in 3D specs or link surface in Blender, for example. And let's select all the element here before selecting this icon. Okay, we just select this UV island, but when we select this, the whole model is going to be selected. Okay, let's hide this too. Okay, that's fine. And let's turn on the orientation optimization. It means when we are packing, we can rotate the UV island 90 degrees to fill up more space in the UV space. Okay, so as you can see, they are going to be like in the V direction. Okay, I can go to H direction and pack again, and everything is going to be different. Okay, but when we use V and 90, it means, okay, the main direction is vertical in the UV space, but you can rotate the UV island 90 degrees to fill up the space. Okay, so the main logic here is like this. So let's cancel this process. Okay, as you can see, the orientation is totally different from the first one. Okay, and let's V90, and it's okay. And when you click on this UV island and choose the textile density drop here, you can see 8.2. Okay, for the second one is 7.6, and for the third one is 8.3. So we can go for the 8 number in the textile density. And let's talk about the textile density number, which one is good. Okay, the 7, the 8, the 9, the 20, the 1, which one? Okay, it's totally related to the map size and the scale of your model. Okay, so we modeled this air conditioner, okay, on the scale and the real world size. So the size is okay. It's not too small, it's not too big. That's it. And we are going to choose 1K or 1024 for the map res. Okay, 1024. Okay, this is the map size number. And for the textile density, if we are going to use centimeter, the high goal, the high amount is the 10.24. So higher than this amount, it's good. We reach the maximum textile density, and beyond that, it's okay. So we are in a good stage, right? But lower than this, it means when you export the 1K resolution texture from Substance Painter, for example, you just get this quality, okay? 512 or 512. So this number, it means which quality that we are going to get. 1. It means if you export 1K texture from Substance Painter, you get 1K quality on the surface compared to the size of your model and the texture that you export. Okay? If you are going to make it higher, the quality is higher, it's okay. And when you get the lower number, for example, 8, it's like, okay, the quality is 800 pixel, 800 pixel. Okay, so we need to close the texel density to this number. We need to move to the 10. Okay, so the 8 is a good number here actually, because the 1K or 10.24, it's too big. We need to increase the UV tiles to something like 4 or 5. Okay, so this is the main logic here. And let's give the number 8 to the texel density target. And we want to keep this number on all UV islands here. So how we can do that? In the rhizome, we are going to change the initial scale to texel density, okay? And the scale optimization range, it should be off, okay? In both options here. So what's happening here? When we click on the pack, it's going to pack all the UV islands across all the UV tiles, okay? With the optimization degree 90, it means it's going to rotate each UV island 90 degrees for optimization and giving full space. And for the scale size, the texel density is going to the boss here, okay, which we select 8, okay, and there is no optimization on the scale section. So it means, okay, we are going to pack all the UV island. The rotation is going to be optimized and it's okay. And for the scale, we just keep looking at the texel density target. So when we pack again, it's going to be like this. We should wait for about a minute. Okay, it's done, and it's okay. As you can see, the first UV tile is filled up. Very good. Let's see what is the texel density. It's 8. The second one is filled up, and let's see what is the texel density. Yeah, it's 8. And the third one is not good actually, because we have a lot of free space here. So let's see what we have in the texel density, and yeah, it's 8. So everything is worked perfectly. But the missing part is the 8 is not a good number for us. We need to change it. Okay, so let's go for the 9, and we can pack again and see what happened here. Okay, after finishing the packing process, as we can see, all the UV island in the 3 UV tile, they are fixed, but there is something here. There is some leftover. So what does it mean? It means the 9 is big for this packing. Okay, so we need to keep the number a little lower, between 8, which is good. Okay, but there is some free space, and between 8 to 9, which is too big. So let's go for the 8.5. So it should be a right number here. So before clicking on pack, let me explain you something else. In the packing properties, we have accuracy and iteration. You need to set accuracy on the ultra because we need ultra accuracy in the packing. Okay, it's very important to fill up every space, every possible arrangement in the space to fill up the maximum UV tile spaces. So, and for the iteration, it means you are going to calculate the packing arrangement, packing properties, packing data for 2 times. And after that, the software going to select which is better. Okay, so when you find the right number, for example, in here, 8.5 is okay. Okay, and we need to change the accuracy to ultra. You can do it with the normal in the, for example, testing process. But for the final packing, you need to put this in an ultra. And for the iteration, at least you need 4 times. Okay, so ultra 4. The scale should be on textile density. Scale optimization range should be off. And orientation optimization should be on 90. So let's go for the packing process and see what's happened after that. Okay, now it's the final. And as you can see, we have the same textile density in each UV tile in the UDIM section. Okay, so everything is okay, but we hide some parts from the model. So let's go and show all the model. I'm going to select again the body material here, and let's isolate this part. Okay, and this is a section that we need to figure out how to put it in the UV tiles. Okay, and let's select again this element in the back. So they are not so important. So, okay, let's select all the elements here. I'm going to put it outside from the UV tile. You can use Shift and the arrow key on the keyboard for moving a UV island each tile. For example, 1 tile left, 1 tile right, top, or down. Okay, this is the missing part, and we need to fill this UV island here in the 3rd one. Okay, so let's press F5, go to the transform, and let's put them here. Okay, and let's select this and put it here. Okay, and let's Control Z. I'm going to deselect this one. Okay, and this one. So this is the part that we are going to put in here. But when we press pack, it's going to distribute all UV island here in 3 different UV tiles, and we don't want that. Okay, so we need to turn off the distribute option here in the packing properties, and we need to move this part here. Let's press Q to go to the select mode, and let's pack. And when you want to pack this UV island here, you can see, oh, there is a problem, because we are going to keep the same texel density and there is no space for that. So these elements, they are not important for us because they are too small. They are in the back. So we can change the texel density here for this part. Okay, so how we can do that to keep the texel density high and fit inside the UV island? Okay, so for this, let's go back and move out this UV island here. Okay, and let's change the initial scale to keep average and change the scale optimization to the full. Okay, and let's go back here and put it again here, and let's click on the pack. So as you can see, it's going to be fit in the empty space here, like this. So we are okay. We are good to go. That's it. And for this part, we can do it again with the same technique. So that's it. Okay, let's see the other part. Okay, I'm going to select the screw and the fans. Let's isolate that and select this part. Okay, and let's see what is the texel density target. It's 8.5. It's okay for this small part. 8.5. And yeah, I'm good with that. The result is okay. And that's it. So this is the way that we can keep the same texel density, or in the other word, the same size for the UV island, or same checker size on the surface from different material to different material and UV tile to UV tile. Okay, so that's it. This is the way that we can do it in Rhizome UV Lab. You can do this same concept in the Blender, in the 3ds Max, or any other tools that you are going to use. Okay, but the Rhizome UV Lab, it's very good, very efficient in the UV and unwrap area. So let's go for the texturing part inside Substance Painter.